Now, you're planning to buy your first house, perhaps your dream house, and you need a loan from a bank. Now, what documents do you think you need? Now, your income statement, your employment status, and also your general credit score. All of this sounds right, doesn't it? But what if I tell you that your Netflix account could possibly help you in getting a home loan? Or for that matter, you could also use your subscription with something like Spotify or Amazon Prime account. Now, this is a new policy that apparently is now being used by the Leeds Building Society, which is a house mortgage and financial service provider in the United Kingdom. Along with the credit score company Experian, these monthly costs of online subscriptions will now be factored into credit scores, which in turn will be considered by the banks in Britain while considering a mortgage application. Now, this credit score program will be called the Boost service. It intends to allow regular debit payments for a period of about 12 months to be a part of an individual's credit score. In fact, it also takes into account costs of stuff such as coffee shop memberships, meaning the next time you sip a cup of your favorite coffee at your favorite cafe in the United Kingdom, you might actually be adding to your credit score or warming up to buy your first dream house. Now, according to the Leeds Building Society, with this credit system in place, at least about 7.5% of all mortgage applications in the United Kingdom will gain an improvement in their credit score, which otherwise would have been rejected. With mortgage rates reaching the sky, this sounds like the perfect ingredient to amp up your house loan application, doesn't it? Well, not really. And why is that? As fascinating as all of this sounds, and as much as you think that your day of renting are over, keep in mind that this could actually be a way of Netflix trying to incentivize you to retain their online subscription. Same goes for Spotify or other subscription companies. Now, does this remind you of something? If not, then let me remind you. It is called Capitalism 101. And now, this is something that one could have probably expected out of the United States, but not out of the United Kingdom. But times clearly are changing. Now, take a look at China, for example. Social security in China is getting as dystopian as possible. Now, China has the social credit system in place and it is breaking lives. It is like a personal scorecard for each of China's 1.4 billion citizens, where your social credit score decides the kind of treatment that you get. The higher your score, the better the treatment. And what happens if you're at the bottom? Now, you're looked down and locked out of the society. You're banned from traveling, barred from getting into financial credit, or even getting government jobs. In simple words, let's say, for example, that you accidentally default on your phone bill or crack a joke on a politician that you don't like. So what happens? You end up losing your credit score for that. In fact, it doesn't stop there. If any one of your close friends falters in their student loan installment, then your credit score will get affected as well. Or for that matter, let's say that you go to a grocery shop and ticked everything on your shopping list. And now, if you purchased a nappy, this might suggest responsibility and you'll gain points. But if you buy alcohol, then it might suggest some kind of an addiction and you can actually end up losing points for purchasing alcohol. In short, everything that you do and every step that you take is under surveillance. You're constantly scanned for credit scores. Who your friends and family are will affect your score. What they say will affect your score. Who you date or choose to marry, everything will have a bearing on your credit score. Now, it is this credit score that decides whether you can actually get a loan or not. Or even better, it is this credit score that defines every aspect of a Chinese citizen's life. And with all of this, wouldn't you rather have a credit system which is based more on your financial transactions instead of incentives that eventually lead to a dystopian world? So the next time you're complaining about the list of documents that your bank has asked for, or the amount of paperwork that goes into your house loan application, we hope that you in fact remember this story. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.